Should you take your home off the market? You'll want to stay on and watch.
This is Kasama Lee, your community realtor.
So if you haven't heard me say this, yes, 2024 real estate market has been so wonky. It's been unpredictable in every possible way. However, it's not completely, in my opinion, an unhealthy market. We still have a stream of buyers who are now taking advantage of the slightly decreased interest rates that have been happening in the last couple of months. And we have sellers who are holding strong because, when you got to sell the house, you got to sell the house. We do see that inventory of homes sit on the market longer, generally in, different cities. I specialize in Napa and Solano County, so I'm watching more in those areas. So definitely homes are sitting longer on the market. Not all of them. Once in a while, we'll be surprised when the price of a home is when it's really well priced, it flies off the queue on the multiple listing services pretty quickly. And if you want to hear more about smart pricing, you definitely want to check my last week's video with a topic about why list your home and why smart pricing, okay? If you are finding this content valuable, you want to hit subscribe and the bell notification so you don't miss future videos. We appreciate your sharing the content out, liking, replying, sharing your comment so that this channel will continue to grow and get to in front of more people where it can serve. Thank you for doing that. All right, so now back to, should you take your house off the market? So let's say you've had your home on the market for a while, and a while is kind of relative, you know what I mean? So for some people, 30 days feels like a while. For some people, 60 days, it has been a while. And for some people, it's been over 100 days. We are seeing triple-digit number of days of homes on the market in various areas, okay? Not all are in the same area. The question is, you have been on the market for a while, and there was a reason why you wanted to sell, right? I mean, there was a whole reason why you were packing up, you were getting your house showing ready, and all the things, because life event, whatever that may be, made you decide as a family that you want to sell. Well, here's the thing. You've been on the market for a while, and you're like, is this the wrong time? Like, should I not be putting the house on the market right now? Because we're not getting offers. Once again, if you are not getting offers and the house has been on the market and you're not really getting a lot of traffic, you might want to address where the house is priced. We typically, when we work with sellers, we gather all the feedback that we can get and we pass it on to our clients, the sellers, so that they're aware of the pulse of what the market is telling us. You could go in thinking, everything looks good and it's at par, and then the market is telling you something different. So we need to hear what the market is telling us as well. Well, with that, so if you've been on the market for a while and your house is still not in contract, you don't have an accepted offer, and you're wondering, should I just take it off the market? So my follow-up question to you is this: if you take it off the market, are you putting it back on the market next year in anticipation of the change in the market condition? The interesting thing about chasing after the market is that we don't have control. Your real estate agent, the consumers, the sellers don't really have control of what's going to be happening with the market next year. Yes, there have been anticipation because we have an election coming up that next year the market might pick up starting the beginning of the year after the election is behind us, right, in November. Interest rates are anticipated to continue to decline according to what's been happening with the inflation rate, and the Feds are trying to incentivize, right? I mean, their intention is to keep the housing market healthy by lowering the interest rates, but they have to be cautious in when they do that. And there are tons of articles. If you just, Google, what the Feds are thinking and what they're doing with interest rates and all of that. All the information is out there, right? Well, with all of that being said, okay, here is some factual information that has been happening. According to Altos Research, which they They publish a lot of well-researched information about the real estate market. According to Alto's research, there has been an increased amount of listing withdrawals. What that means is home sellers are taking their houses off the market. It's been on the market and they're withdrawing it. They're taking it off the market. So with that information, that means there are less homes sitting on the market, right? Because some are being taken out of the inventory. So if you are one of those homes that are sitting on the market, you might have a better chance because, as I have been mentioning in the last few videos, the buyers are re-engaging again because the interest rates are more attractive again. There's a great opportunity for you. And yes, there have been, statistics and articles written that when you're heading into the fall and the winter season, it's a slower season for real estate compared to the summer, okay? Well, we've had kind of an interesting summer because it was not like vibrant and happening. And I'm not just talking about the area that I work in because I'm connected to real estate agents around the country and we are in conversation and we compare notes. The market has been really interesting. Really interesting, except if you're in the really hot market like San Francisco and if you price a house really low and you end up with multiple offers because of how you control the pricing, how you launch the home onto the market in the pricing, right? So with that, if you are one of the few homes that are on the market, your chances of getting your house into escrow is greater. For us, for Team Kasama Lee, it's really been interesting because we have a few homes coming on the market literally in the next 30-45 days in 2 different cities. And that is because it was just a timing. The sellers didn't quite have the house ready to go on the market, but they're coming on the market. So actually the last quarter of this year, we will be busy with more homes coming on the market. So it's really not an even, consistent statistic fact that the winter or the fall seasons real estate is slower because it's not going to be slow for us in terms of having homes added to the inventory in the marketplace. We're really excited about it because we feel like there are less homes now in inventory, available on the market, and we're going to get to contribute into the inventory in the next 30 to 45 days, as I mentioned. And I think it's really going to be a great opportunity for buyers to really enjoy this, take advantage of the lower interest rates now. Also, we are looking at price improvement, adapting to where the market is at. For example, we just had one of our listing at 319 Glass Mountain. As you can see the video here, just had a great price improvement. So we're excited about that's going to stimulate, right, the buyer's market again. And we have been diligent in getting the word out to the agents who have at some point shown interest in 319 Glass Mountain and giving them this exciting update of the price improvement, the new price, right? Because it means new opportunity. There were probably some interested buyers that they may have had that maybe have not purchased because of the way interest rates are going. And now we have a new price. Ta-da! So that's exciting. So we're relaunching really the listing every time we haven't had to do it a lot, but when we do have price improvement or we have a new price, we want to just get it out there and get the information out there. So stay tuned with that. In summary, should you take your house off the market because it's been on the market for a while? Maybe you need to consider looking at where it is priced. If you have not been getting traffic, in other words, scheduled private showings, the consumer, the marketplace is telling you that it might be priced a little too high for the fair market value. And because we can't change where the house is, we can't change the condition of the house unless you're going to spend a ton of money improving on it. What we can change, what we can adapt, what we can adjust to is the price of the house. So hang in there. If you're selling your home, talk to your agent, get with your agent, and see how you can brainstorm and be thinking outside the box on how you might be able to incentivize the buyer's pool, right? And how you might be able to tweak things so that you can keep the house fresh on the market. And the only way that it would stay fresh is when the listing gets bumped. In other words, the price has been adjusted, it gets freshened up on the top of the listing again. I hope that makes sense. I hope this is helpful to you. Thanks for watching.